welcome back to Beautiful Sanctuary. My name is Vani. How's everyone doing on this beautiful, Friday morning, noon, or night? Um, Before we get into today's topic, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are still continuing on to retouch on topics that I've already posted on my previous podcast channel, Beautiful Sanctuaries. Is just a restart because I forgot my login information over there. Because I didn't write it down. Because with me, if I don't write it down, then it's gone. So yeah, we're starting over from scratch on this channel, on this podcast channel, and we're just retouching on topics that I've already made prior to this brand new Beautiful Sanctuaries podcast channel. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any posts when I do post on this channel. Which is maybe like every other day. I'm not sure yet, but once we do have an actual schedule that we're being consistent with to the best of our abilities, then I'll let you know what days and the times I'll be posting. But yes, today's topic is accepting change. Change is necessary for our growth period in any phase in our life, any form in our life, because change brings in growth and taking accountability for things that we might have been trying to put off or push out to the back of our minds. Acceptance and accepting like your growth period and stuff like that. Accepting change comes with different things that you are going to be coming up against and things that you have to get over in your lifetime. Now with me, I'll tell y'all like I tell y'all on any other video, that I don't tell y'all something without it coming to me first. So with me on a personal level, when it comes to accepting change for me happened at a very early age for me. Happened in my early 20s. And a lot of things have changed and conspired since then up until now that I've had to grow myself accustomed to. But then it's a lot of change that came with that, a lot of growth that came with that, a lot of pain, a lot of sleepless nights and doing things that you didn't want to do but I had to do. Because it's the change part for me was growing up to becoming the little girl, becoming the woman that I am today. Because it's like growth and change needs to happen. Change needs to happen in order for us to grow. Because if I wouldn't, even though I did move too fast in my lifetime, I still have no regrets about the things that I moved fast with in my early 20s, because if I didn't move fast in my early 20s, then I feel like I would still be that still quiet girl that would stay. I'm pretty much still am a quiet person, stay to myself, but I'm not like, it's not as bad as it used to be. It's not as bad as it used to be. So yeah, change needs to happen for our growth stages. Change brings in also new opportunities and new love, new friendships, new jobs, new finances, new houses, apartments, and things like that. So changes is not always accepting the bad out of everything, because there's bad and good in everything, but you have to learn to focus more on the good than bad. Because if you let the bad outweigh the good, then you'll constantly experience the bad transformations when it comes to change. You'll experience the different levels of depression. You'll experience like the tossing and the turning at nights, and the frustration, the constant frustrations, and you'll find yourself taking out your frustrations on everybody else. You'll be mirroring your emotions and feelings onto the next person who don't even deserve it. So it's good to focus on the good changes that growth brings, because not every trial that you go through has to be difficult. A lot of times when we go through trials, they only become difficult once we make them difficult. life doesn't become difficult until you make it difficult. And I'm also speaking to myself as well, because I have made a lot of choices, but I don't regret them, because those choices needed to be made at that point in time in order for me to get to where I am today, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I know there's a lot of people that's like that. So just when you are in an era in your life where you are having to need to accept change in whatever stage that you're at in your life, you have to focus on the positive, and only on the positive. Look at how far from where you started and how far you come. That journey alone is not worth you losing any amount of sleep over behind yourself or anybody else. Because like I said, we can be our own hindrance. A lot of times we can be the only reason why we're having sleepless nights or why we're frustrated. A lot of times we can make our own selves frustrated. I'm held myself accountable to that as well. But like I said, just try not to regret anything. Everything that you go through is a learning period. Focus on the good in your learning stages, because those whatever you learned, whatever good you can focus on and what you learned in that test and trial period of your life will help you grow, so that you know what to do and how to go about the situation when it comes around again, because it will come around again, because that's how life is. That's the test of life, of seeing life will test you to see if you really have grown like you said you did, or if you just all words. And if you're all words, then you'll be back at square one. So that's why it's important to look at the good key factors in life when it comes to accepting change. Change is not always bad. I don't think change is bad at all. It's just how you look at it, your different perspective of how you look at how things change. It's not all the time of why does things need to change? Well, yeah, because I would say why, because there's a meaning behind everything. Things need to change in order for you to grow. If there's no change, growth, and then you're stagnant in one spot, wondering where's time gone, and you're still doing what you were doing 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, that is mainly what I wanted to say. This video is not long, like several other videos. But yeah, that is just a little nugget that I wanted to put out there into the world today on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I will be trying my best to post early in the mornings, because my videos don't be that long. And I'll be trying to tell myself that, like, girl, just get up and do the video. Just get up and do the video. And if you're struggling like me, if you're doing something, a project or anything in your life, and you're like, I want to be consistent, the only person that can push you to consistency is yourself. And you can also be the hindrance behind your own consistency. Don't tell yourself, we're going to try to do this, we're going to try to do that. Tell yourself you're going to do the best that you can in doing whatever that you set out to do. Because if you try, that means there's open room to fail. There's open room for a gray area. But if you are doing your absolute best, no one but you knows what your absolute best is. So yeah, I guess that was 2 nuggets put out there for today. But thank you all for tuning in to today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss any videos when I do post. We are still trying to figure out how I want to go by doing the soul check-ins on either Saturday or Sunday, so that we can check our emotions, so that we don't take any negative emotions or feelings into a brand new week. So yeah, be on the lookout for those. When I do finally have it figured out how I want to go by doing that again, I will be posting that every either Saturday or Sunday. So turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on the soul check-ins when I do start to post those again. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to turn on that post notifications. I know that's about the 3rd time I did say it, and that's okay. Bye.